Greetings, everybody. Today, I want to do a video that is not quite what I do, and you may have noticed in the past few weeks I have not been uploading, and that's absolutely valid that you've noticed that. I haven't been doing my best. I could be doing better, and I apologize for that. I've been doing school full time. Anyways, today I want to talk about the importance of positivity, and I think a lot of the reasons it's lacking in today's world, especially in many contexts, including even myself at times, and why I think falling into the trap of, how do I think of this? How do I put this into words? Of fucking yourself up and not being truthful to what you could do. For me personally, I think being in the mindset of growth is the only mindset that I can have. I cannot I cannot have something that's fixed, because if I did have a fixed mindset, I cannot grow. So in a sense, it's logical for me to have a growth mindset. And the thing that's growth oriented is to be positive. And to be positive is to accept that we can grow and to improve ourselves despite the contexts, despite that life can be shitty. And we may ask ourselves, well, why should we be positive when it feels like the world can be so meaningless sometimes and our thoughts can do bad things? Let me tell you something. Thoughts are a bitch, okay? I'm just going to say that. What we think is reality a lot of the times when it's very negative isn't at all how things really work. You think like, oh, nobody likes me, nobody wants to hang out with me. I mean, you convince yourself these things. I do too. And I think it's human to do those things to an extent, but it gets pretty unhealthy when it's excessive, and you might want to get that checked out. Depression for me was a very large issue, and I've learned how to manage it in much better ways, and that's with good self-talk. And self-talk is really important, because if you think to yourself good things, you actually start to believe the shit that you're telling yourself, and it works because it's actually genuine. There are truths to just being positive intuitively. You can't take away something about yourself in that sense, and whatever didn't feel achievable before all of a sudden becomes something obtainable. You know, I get that times are hard and we often feel lonely. I gotta say something about that. Using the internet 24/7, especially YouTube or whatever, it's not gonna help, okay? I know that you're watching a video of some dude online. You're never gonna see me, probably, unless I know you in real life. Otherwise, you can join my Discord, talk to me, meet me, my friends, and that's about it. You could chat with me in the comments section. I will reply. But ultimately, you need connection, bro, or sis. Both. This video is for both everyone, okay? But you need connection, okay? Human beings are social. That is what we are made to do. And if we are not doing those things, well, it starts to feel nasty and actually quite physically painful, because, you know, we think about the old days and and all that when we didn't have those things that we do now. You weren't socializing. Oh fuck, I'm gonna get eaten by a tiger or some shit, right? It's not like that anymore, but we still have those natural instincts that make us that way. Quite frankly, I know that I'm a little bit different sometimes, and as an individual, and that's absolutely okay. There's you can be normal or perceived as normal, but we're all really just, I don't know. Some of us aren't as good as hiding it. Oh man, it's a bitch sometimes, but you know. And I've been thinking a lot about my work and how education could be a lot better, but I don't really articulate that much. Worst case scenario, I can self teach. But I've met a lot of friends. I've met a lot of people. I went out on a date with someone. Uh, Found out they weren't really my type, but you know, I think, and it was the first date I ever actually did uh, with a chick, basically, and well, just in general. Uh, I had digital relationships, and I've done a little bit of smoochy and stuff, but I've always been kind of just me, you know, independent, and I don't know, shit really hits differently once it actually happens, and I've learned, well, you know, I got to take my time. I got to really figure out who I want, because I know pretty well what I want, but I know that not everyone watching might feel the same way or might have the same. I know that sometimes we don't always have a purpose, but like, what's something that you think about a lot, right? What is something you think about like a crazy shit ton, or I would say fascinate you, but in a context like, I don't know, I really like Minecraft. That's something I enjoy doing. I really enjoy computer science. I enjoy arts, but I just do those things because I've played them a lot. I've done them several times, and yeah, I keep doing them because I enjoy them. So, is the things you're doing, are they meaningful? Okay, great. If they are, that's perfect. And keep doing those things. See if you can make money. I make money from YouTube. I've made about $250. That's impressive, I'd say. Not anything insane. I'm not a billionaire, but I'm proud of myself for that. And if you were to, you should be proud of yourself as well. The other thing too is, for me personally, being a YouTuber, it's fucking tough, man. I mean, there's been times when I just really don't want to upload. I don't want to make videos. Sometimes I second guess. I'm like, I have a video about why I believe IQ scores are unimportant and they misrepresent people's true intelligence. And then I sidetracked it a bit, and I'm like, do I really want to read from a script? It's like, no, fuck it. You just got to follow through. You got to keep doing it. It's not perfect, but I've made it a long ways, and I've made over 500 videos. I have about 400 on this channel. I'm not trying to make this about myself. I hope you don't. I hope you do know that. Oh man. But hear me out. You know, doing this shit for 5 years, I realize I never want to give up. Because I feel a deep, meaningful purpose in the work that I do. The fact that I can make somebody happy and just somebody can see my content and they can engage with it and it can make their day or make them feel better in some way is amazing. I love seeing people happy. And if it makes their day better, that's awesome. I don't care who you are. I mean, I do. I'm just saying I don't in the sense of who's viewing it. It's my channel is welcome to all people, okay? And I mean that in the broadest context possible, okay? Anybody. Anybody. I had furries watch my channel too. And I'm like, you know what? That's cool. I'm not a furry myself, but if you're into that, that's absolutely fine. I really don't give a fuck. I just want to make people happy is all. I want to make myself happy too because I do this in a way that's satisfying to my creations. It's crazy, You take a long time editing a video, about 10 hours of your day. Potentially, yes, I've spent up to 10 hours of my day. And then you finish the work and it's like, wow, this feels good. You click upload and you upload it to the channel. Yeah. And it's like, wow, all that work was worth it. There's been times I've gotten videos that have literally had 20 views I thought would do way better, and they didn't. And that's okay. The important thing is you learn, why did it only get 20 views? And then you move on to the next piece of content. And you just keep doing it until you get a result. When you get a result, you just keep doing it. Like, you don't stop. That doesn't mean you do it every single day. I mean, I haven't clearly uploaded in 3 weeks, but there's a consistency. There's a resilience to it. And this applies to any aspects of life. This applies to absolutely everything that you do, whether it be relationships, whether it be socialization, a passion in, say, arts or whatever, or music. You want to get better at guitar, anything. It's like you have to have willpower within you, and we all do. If you tell yourself you don't, that's bullshit. Of course you do. It doesn't feel like it because I think we lie to ourselves, but that doesn't necessarily make it any less valid. For things to be valid isn't necessarily for them to always be acknowledged. We have to learn it over time and realize the power that we have. I was so unhappy for a long time, and I can say that aspects of my life right now could be better. I'm single, and I've had partners in the past, and I miss them dearly, but they just weren't right for me, and I'm trying to find that special someone, and I know it's going to happen one day because I'm going to make it happen. And I would love to share my life with someone like that I care about so deeply, but the time happens when you put yourself out there. And I'm just saying in general, like if you're single or whatever, don't really don't think about it too much. Don't become a simp. Don't become an incel. I mean, sex and all that shit. It's really overrated. I would not think about it too much. I really wouldn't. I mean, society often emphasizes like that is like the key pinnacle of oneself, and I mean, I get that too. There's the contradiction as well that in Western culture, individuality and self-expression is also prevalent, but at the same time, there's got to be a balance, right? You should have connections. You should meet people. And you might say, oh, I don't want to. I just want to stay in my little hole in this dark abyss of a room and not do anything because you're scared. And when we're fearful, we avoid things until we do them. The first person I ever asked out, it was terrifying, and I actually threw up in my mouth. I almost threw up on them. It was very embarrassing, but I did it, and they gave me their number, and the rest is history and all that. But man, trust me, the things that you do, and I faced a lot of rejections too. I don't want you to think that was like the first thing that I ever did. Listen, it's like if you want to be successful, famous, and rich or whatever, like I get that people are like, oh yeah, you're selfish for wanting those things, or money's the source of all issues. Or like, bro, this bullshit. Wealth is cool, wealth's great. I mean, it's just manage it effectively. Don't be a douchebag, care about other people, and don't get greedy. Be a saint. Be someone who can manage yourself, and just be a kind person. If you want to do big, ambitious things, that's absolutely fine. You can be like me and pursue college and do it the traditional way and get in a shit ton of debt if you're in the United States. That's absolutely fine. But you're not a loser if you don't want to do that. If you want to go and become a YouTuber, I mean, that's great too. If you want to be an artist, you want to be a singer, like go for your dreams and don't let people say no to you. If they do, give them a fit, or a respectful one, hopefully. But be honest with yourself, man. Society has pressures, expectations, and it's like, no, I don't know. Maybe I'm just saying my own opinion because of my own personal experiences with not really feeling a part of it. So that's how I have my perspective. But if it's different for you and you grew up in a system or family that had different values, that's okay too. And like I said, this is for everyone. Last thing I want to note is hope. We have to have fucking hope in a world that sometimes seems like it's lacking, okay? The shit that you're seeing on the internet, it's not real, dude. Like, it's real. There's a lot of great information and ideas out there, but there's so much shit on the internet that you don't need to see that every single day at all. You can be happy with yourself knowing that you're doing the right thing and you don't need anyone else's fucking opinion. I'm just saying, dude. I'm just saying, people. I mean, I consumed that stuff all the time, obviously, because I play Minecraft and all that, but I don't really think that's relevant anymore. I noticed when I started talking to people when I was at college and just meeting people, like in general, people that I don't even know. I'm super awkward sometimes. It's gotten way better. Like, I'm way more confident in myself and who I am. But at one point, it was awful. And the more I did it, I just got better. And you feel mentally better about yourself. You want to do things more with people. Like, you don't want to watch inappropriate shit as much. You actually want to do things and just talk to people, talk to the opposite sex, like, or whatever else if that's what you're into. But I mean, everything gets so much better when you change one little fundamental aspect of your life. Face your fears and don't give up. I guess that's the message of what I wanted to say. And for those, me personally, am I still going to do YouTube? Absolutely. If you're new to my channel, yeah, I mean, cool. I want you to watch my videos. That would be great. But I also understand if I'm not really your thing either. So I just want to have a positive message for people because I genuinely believe you can do anything in life. Uh and that there's literally nothing that can stop you. Like there's literally nothing. And I love life, man. It's so fascinating. It's so interesting and intricate and complicated. People are complicated. I love to feel upset sometimes. I love to feel depressed sometimes. I love to feel happy. Everything. Angry. Whatever. That's how we grow. So I hope this was valuable, and I hope everyone has a good rest of their day. All right. See you guys later. See ya.